Okay, camera's rolling. I'm in my hoodie last night. Reheated pizza on the plate, water bottle on standby. 10. Oh, my bad. 1 pm. My phone buzzes. I read the message out loud so you can feel this with me. Hey Sapi, could you design an entire website by tomorrow morning? Budget's $30. I do that slow blink. Stare at the water like it might answer and let out a laugh that's half. You were kidding. Half. Of course, this happened again. If you work with clients, design, dev, copy, coaching, anything, you start collecting red flag stories the way we collect Pokemon cards. Tonight, I am laying 5 of mine on the table, each with a quick story, plain language, and zero fluff. My goal is simple: save you from the gray hairs and midnight panic. Grab a drink, water total counts, and wipe the ketchup off your fingers. Let's start. Friday afternoon. I am halfway through a skyscraper burger, sauce everywhere. The owner leans across the counter and whispers like we are planning a bank job. Full rebrand, new menu, fancy website. How cheap can you go? No talk about why he needed or when it launches. Only price. Talking money is normal. Starting with money is fine. But when price is the only thing they say, your work is just another box to tick. Checkbox gigs turns into endless revision loops every single time. 2 years back, I caved on one of these. I shaved 40% off to win the job. It ended with 10 tweaks turning 20, the color palette changing so often the design looked like a spilled bag of Skittles, and the final payment showing up 2 weeks late. Lesson learned: discounting my standards just discounts my slip. Nowadays, I smile, I state my real price in a calm voice, and then I let the silence sit. Some people need a minute, some need forever. I'd rather lose a gig today than sacrifice 3 weekends later. Quick favor, pause this video for 10 seconds and picture the lowest paid project you ever took. Was it worth it? If your shoulders just twitched, stay with me. Now jump to a Monday morning Zoom call with a shiny SaaS founder. The first words out of his mouth are morning resource. Not morning Sapi, not even hello designer, just resource. Like I'm the extra RAM he can rent by the gigabyte. 10 minutes later, he says, ping me anytime. We move fast. I nod, but I make a mental note. That night at 1 am, my Slack lights up. Need a quick header tweak? That's the same guy. When someone drops your name, they usually drop your boundaries too. So I keep 3 sentences ready. My work hour runs 10 to 6, Monday through Friday. I answer messages inside 1 business day, and only one person's on your side signs off on changes. That founder tried a classic "you up" text at 3 in morning. My phone was in D&D and dreaming of battery life. At 9 I replied, just saw this, I'll tackle it today. He never texted back. 2 days later I delivered the files, wished him well and slid myself out of the Slack space. I breathed easier than I had in weeks. If your notifications are peppered with messages that ignores the clock, it might be the time to remind folks that you are, in fact, a human who sleeps. Let's talk about the classic ghost, then brush. Monday morning, I emailed 3 logo concepts I would happily frame. Tuesday comes, silence. Wednesday, still silence. I start refreshing Gmail like it's a slot machine. Thursday night, 1 minute to midnight, I get the line we all read. Tiny change, need final files by sunrise. That swing from zero feedback to code red panic ruins every other job in your queue and punts your REM sleep into next week. So now, every project lives on a simple shared timeline. I write down concepts out June 1st, feedback by June 4th, final handoff June 10th. If feedback rolls in on the 8th, hands off slides to the 12th. Nobody's feelings get hurt. The calendar just does what calendars do. Last year, I had a serial ghoster. After the third sliding date, I say, looks like timings are tight. Happy to pause until things calm down. They paused. They never unpaused. My schedule threw a tiny party and I went for a hike. Tomorrow, block one quiet hour and build your own timeline template. Future you is sending gratitude already. Next story, art discovery call full of drama. The founder spends the first 5 minutes trashing every designer who came before me. One was lazy, one was slow, another agency was highway robbery. I asked, could I pick at the work they gave you? He shares the file, and they look totally fine. Some are great. That's when I realized his hobby is collecting villains. If you sign on, you are auditioning to be the next one. To protect myself, I now drop an escape hatch into every contract. 2 feedback rounds, then either side can walk away with a handshake. Payments land 40-40, 20 across 3 milestones, and we keep a short recorded check-ins each week, so the story stays factual. I ignored this flag once. The project dragged 6 extra weeks, mostly because he kept skipping calls. On launch day, he told me I'll rush. The gray hairs are real, you know. If you hear all our past vendors were terrible on the call number 1, dig deeper. If the answers feel pity, it may be a time to jog. Final card on the table, the handshake promise. A friend of a friend pings me. Bro, skip paperwork. Family vibes, you know. Start now, I will pay you later. It sounds warm, but it ends chilly. No written scope means the scope balloons. No deposit means you are funding the dream with your grocery money. My bare minimum safety is a single page proposal that spells out tasks, timeline, and the cost. We both e-sign it. OpenSign's free tier is plenty, and I take half upfront. The rest arrives before the final files leave my desktop. Fun fact, even my dad signs a mini contract when I design his school's graphics. He rolls his eyes, signs, and we both sleep better. I once trusted a handshake. 4 consecutive rounds turned into 9. Payment day skated on like ice, and my mood soars like old milk. If you are holding a handshake project right now, scribble a quick scope doc tonight. Let me wrap this with one smooth run so it sticks. When a client cares only about price, I tread carefully. When they treat me like software and forget my name, I fortify my boundaries. If they vanish for days and come back yelling urgent, I let the calendar speak. When they paint every past partner as the villain, I remember the next villain could be me. And if they wave off paperwork with a smile, I bring out the one pager before a single pixel moves. My rule of thumb is simple. 1 red flag means we talk. 2 means I tighten the terms or raise the rate. 3 or more and I choose peace. My calendar is beachfront property. I rent it to builders, not bulldozers. Let that sink in and breathe once. If any of those stories felt a little too familiar, smash the like button. It's free and it lets the algorithm know we are still breathing. If you want more calm brain freelance stories, tap subscribe. And do your friend who says yes to fast a favor, send them this video. Future them will thank you at 2 in the morning when their phone doesn't buzz. Stay kind, stay picky, and keep your pixels sharp. I'll see you in the next one.